Hello everyone, how are you today? It's good to see you back. I've got some paper. I've got two pieces of paper and one's one colour and one's a different colour. I'm going to put them both together and I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut a strip along the side of the paper. So now I've got two long thin strips of paper and I'm going to put them down on the table at right angles to each other so that they make a corner. Then I'm going to take my sticky tape and I'm going to stick them together, okay, so they make a corner. Then I've got them on the table and I'm going to fold the yellow bit over the orange bit. Then I'm going to fold the orange bit over the top and the yellow bit over the top. It's really important that you keep it flat on the table and you don't turn it over by mistake. And I just put the yellow bit over and the orange bit over. Any of you ever made this before? Do you know what I'm making? Carrying on, put the yellow bit over and squash it down, the orange and squash it down, the yellow and squash it down. Oh, couldn't pick the orange bit up then. There, that's over, yellow's over, the orange is over, the yellow is over, and I'm pushing it down so it stays down on the table. Can you see how my long bits of paper are getting shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter, and they're all folded up in the pile. Then I take another little bit of sticky tape and I'm going to put the sticky tape on the end to hold the end together, just like that. Then I'm opening it up. And can you see this staircase I've made? It's a paper chain like a staircase. And do you know what this sort of paper chain is called? It's called a Jacob's ladder. Can you imagine somebody climbing up this staircase? Starts at the bottom, but where would the top go to? We could make a staircase that went the whole way up to heaven if we tried. Do you think that's possible? Perhaps we couldn't, but it would be fun to try, wouldn't it? And do you know why this paper chain is called Jacob's ladder? It's named for Jacob, who is in the Bible. Jacob was the grandson of Abraham. Remember, we heard lots of stories about Abraham recently. And Jacob was going on a journey to a place called Haran. And it became night time and Jacob got tired. What do we do when we get tired at night time? That's right, we find somewhere to sleep. So Jacob looked around and he looked around and he thought, that looks a comfortable stone. I'll go and lie over there and my head will fit comfortably on a stone. Mind you, I don't think a stone is ever very comfortable to put my head on, but that's what Jacob did. And he fell fast asleep, and he had a dream. And in that dream, he saw a big, long staircase that went up from his stone all the way up to heaven. And do you know who was at the top of the staircase? That's right, God was at the top of the staircase. And God's angels were going up and down the staircase from heaven to earth and back up again. And God said to Jacob, God said that I love you, Jacob, and you know I'm going to look after you and your descendants, your children and your grandchildren and your children's 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 children, so that's us, forever and ever. When Jacob woke up from that dream, he thought, this is a special place. And he anointed that place and marked it as a special place because that's where he knew God had been. Do you know something else really special? We know that there is something like a staircase between heaven and earth because Jesus came down from heaven and earth to be with us and went back up again and is still there. So do you think we could make a Jacob's ladder each today to remind ourselves that God is there looking after us all the time, and there's a connection from earth to heaven so God can keep an eye on us? Do you think we could do that? How long would you make your Jacob's ladder chain? A little one like mine? Or might it be bigger, that long? In the church today, in the cathedral, we're going to see how big our Jacob's ladder might be. You going to come and help us? That would be good. Or you could make one at home and see how big a one you could make at home. You keep safe. I'll see you later. Bye.